Hey everyone, welcome to your March monthlies, and each month we've been focusing on a different chakra. January was the root chakra, February was the sacral chakra, this month will be the solar plexus chakra. That's all the yellow, that is the color of the yellow chakra, the solar plexus chakra. The root chakra has to do with how we kind of relate to groups or the world. The sacral chakra was how we related to another individual. And the solar plexus chakra is more how we relate to ourselves. So the theme of this reading for this month, we're going to look at how can I honor myself more. So we're going to dive into a reading for each zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into your sign right now. All right, all you Sagittarians, this is your March monthly, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the You Are Awesome deck. We're going to see what the Creator wants you to know overall for the month of March on how you can honor yourself more. So one more time here. All right, perfect. All right, so for our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know about their March, please? All Sagittarians. Okay. They went to that one right there. And you start off with some treats. And that says, I love all flavors. No umbrella for this cone, though. Bring on the sprinkles. So I love that because this is talking about this energy of not just accepting kind of the averageness, even like the supposed to be's and the should be's. It's like, well, this is what I'm supposed to want, so I'll take that. But it's like, no, you can add so much more flavor to your life. And I love this about honoring yourself, is allowing yourself to have the unique sprinkles of you come into your life too. We're also going to pull a card here from this major arcana. What I do each month is, at least up to this point, I take a tarot deck. I split off the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana, and the major arcana is like this card, which represents the overall energy for the month, and I'll talk about the minor arcana here in a moment. But this is the Sun and Moon Tarot that I'm going to use this month. I'm just going to mix these up here and see what else the Creator wants all you Sagittarians to know. So what else for our Sagittarians? Okay, actually they want that one right away, so we will take that one. And you have the Fool card, yeah. So this is a new beginning. This is a new adventure. It's jumping off and being your unique self. The Zero card for me also, in addition to being a new beginning, I always see this as the soul before it's jumping off into this adventure of the human side. So this really is connecting to the you, the real you, the higher you. And there's this uniqueness, this brightness of who you are. And you're so much more, they have like this, in here it's a tiger, sometimes it's like a little doggy and stuff, but whatever animal is here, it's like this is your higher self and your human self. You're choosing the avatar that's going to represent you, kind of like playing Monopoly or a game where you choose the piece that's going to be you on the board. That's you doing that before you come down here. And this is your soul just expressing itself, saying you're so much more than the bland, off the shelf ice cream. You're going to have so many flavors, so many sprinkles, so many things added as well. In addition to picking from the four suits of the minor arcana for this deck, I'm also going to pull from this dark tarot, and this actually represents your shadow. And it's like your subconscious. Think of it as like your tour guide in this amusement park of fear. And the subconscious world is all those programs, all those things running under the surface. Think of it like a computer. When you have a program that's like playing music or something and you minimize it and you don't see it in front of your face anymore, but you hear the music, it's still impacting you. And this is going to be the messages for the four suits. I'm going to pull 4 cards, one for each of these minor arcana. And this is going to be the additional message from your shadow, from your unconscious, your subconscious, about each of those as well. So, all right, there's one there. So that's the first one there, and they want this one here, and actually they want these two on the very top. So these will be your 4. Let's move these over here, and then we're going to go into the minor arcana, and the 4 suits of the minor arcana like represent 4 different sides of your human experience here. The first one is the wand suit, which is fire energy, and this represents like your passion, your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration. It can be your energies and like your spirit energies. So this is going to be what the creator wants you to know about, like your spiritual adventure or your energetic adventure during the month of March. So for our Sagittarians, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure? Okay, actually they want that one right there. Yeah, you have the Prince of Wands. So the princes are like the Knight of Wands in the standard tarot, and you can kind of see like this chariot energy being pulled by this lion here. And, you know, this is all your passions being brought into action. It's your true energy having action put behind it, taking action. It's a movement within it, which makes total sense with this new beginning, this new spark here. This is like that newness, that action that's going to be taking place with this beautiful energy that you have, because in his hand right here he has the Ace of Wands, which is the new passion, the new drive for you, which you find when you connect to your real self, your true self, your higher self, and you understand who you are more. Then you're going to honor yourself more, and you are going to put that into action. And that's what your shadow has to say with this too. And you've got the Lovers, yeah. So this is emotional choices that are coming forth here for you. And the Lovers too has a great story behind it, because before that, you know, that's card number 6. You have number 4 and number 5 in the major arcana are the Emperor and the Hierophant, and those are like leaders of society and kingdoms and spiritual groups and all that. And those kind of represent all those roles that we have when we're younger, and out of praise or punishment, we fear breaking a rule, and so we try to stay in line as much as we can until like our teenage years, and that's when we have our first passions, our first crushes, our first, you know, love of a band or a movie or something in our lives where our passion outweighs our fears, and we say, you know, screw the rules in a way. And we're like, I'm gonna go and, you know, see that person even though it's past my curfew, or go see that movie even though I'm not supposed to see it, or go listen to that group though I've been forbidden to ever listen to them again or something, you know. But this is that passion of your life here, and it outweighs your fears. And so this is this big transformation that happens for you, because now your fears are well outweighed by this new passion that you're having for your life, for yourself, for expressing yourself. And you're just like, I have no fear. I'm going to go do it because I'm tired of just existing. I'm ready to live. We're also going to pull from this Return of Spirit deck to see what additional message that they have for your spiritual adventure. All right, so what else for our Sagittarians, please? Okay, I want that one right there. And we have the Violet Flame. Sorry for the glare there. There, that's better. I'm going to put that over here. And the Violet Flame, again, there's this passion, this fire that's burning within you. And I'm going to read from the book on this one too. See what extra message, because I love the way she presents these things. It says, most of us experience a dark or difficult time at some point or another in our lives. And though it may feel like it will never end or never be better, the Violet Flame card is here to tell you that it will be. The only way to conquer the shadows in our life is to turn off all the lights and face the darkness head on. This is a process of purification. The Violet Flame shines its light, providing you with the way and means to see your way out of the inner darkness once the shadows have been conquered. The experience you're having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to clearly see what is and is not working in your life anymore, right? This new beginning. It can help you to see how you have been allowing yourself to be in the world and how you've been holding yourself back. It can help bring the clarity to recognize the people who will help serve your highest good and those who do not. In the center of the fractal image is the symbol of the bat. I'll hold this so you can see the bat in the middle there. Sorry for the glares here. I'm working on my lighting, trying to get it where these cards don't do that, but you can see the bat there if you zero in. And in animal medicine, the bat is a symbol of change. He holds the light of the violet flame for you as a means of guiding you through the process of change. So when you do make your way back, you will find that neither you nor your life is exactly the same as before. Change is inevitable, and it's a part of this process. It is nearly complete, sweet soul, so just know that once you've made your way through, you will be stronger both within yourself and on your journey. You will have more clarity about your path and how you want to walk it. And I almost feel like for a majority of you that this has been where you're coming from already, and you're having this ending in this new beginning, this little transformation, like this little butterfly that's on the card, that's what you've come through, and that's why you have all this fire and this strength that's coming in for you now. And then we're going to move into the Pentacle Suit, and the Pentacles is the earth elements, the earth energy. And this, this is your spiritual, and we're going to go into your mind and your emotions. All that's internal. This is the external. So this is all those characters on stage with you out there. It's all those external things like your relationships and your jobs and education and circumstances, your body, your possessions, your bank accounts. So all that external stuff. So this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure during this month of March, around honoring yourself more. Nope, I didn't want any of those. Okay, there it is. And you have the Two of Pentacles, and you can see here he's balancing with this little eternity symbol, the infinity symbol, and it has both a little black dot and a white dot, and that reminds me of the yin and the yang, or the yin and the yang, depending on how you pronounce it. And this is all about bringing this balance of your higher realms, of your higher self and your small your physical self into the physical world, or bringing this awareness. Because within the shadow, spirit is there, and within our huge spiritual self, our little tiny human self is part of that too. So we are part of one another, and it's funny because this was talking all about change, and that's what change is here. So there is this movement, this ebb and flow that's happening in your life, and you went into the dark, into the shadow side. Now you're ready to come out into the light side of your life and have this new awareness, because the Two Pentacles brings in this joining together of your shadow and your higher self into walking hand in hand in this life, and not like this battle, like I must destroy my shadow. This talked about defeating your shadow, but how you defeat the shadow is it's like a bomb that you dismantle, but it's in a different way, because what our shadow is hungry for is the unconditional love of back home, and it's not getting it in the outside world, and that's why it's so hungry, angry, and desperate. But our higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, and so it can give what our shadow wants to it, and then it's not this angry desperate being anymore. It's like those Snickers commercial where someone turns into Don Rickles and they're insulting people or doing whatever. They give them a Snickers bar and they calm down and return back to their calm self, and that's kind of the image that they're giving me with this. And I actually started a new series called U times 2, which I'll have linked at the end of the video here if you want to check it out, because that's this series that they have me doing. It's like a video, 10, 15, 20 minutes a week, that is all about getting to know the two of us that are living this adventure together, which is like totally this card too. Let's see what your shadow has to say. Then you got the Page of Spheres, which would be the Page of Pentacles. And pages are like the hear ye of the olden days. They're the messengers. That's one piece of them. And so you're going to be getting these messages from the outside world, all these synchronicities, these answers as you ask Spirit, as you ask the other side for guidance, that you will see these beautiful things unfold. What your shadow is letting you know is that there is this transformation that's happening, because pages are also like usually young children, and they represent new opportunities coming, new things coming into your physical world, which makes total sense as you are letting go of those old limiting beliefs that you've had before. You're seeing yourself in this more empowering place. So your viewpoint is changing from being this very thin view to this very wide angled view where you see all these opportunities where you didn't see them before. We're also going to pull a card from the Spirit Junkie deck for this physical adventure. Let's just see what else. So for our Sagittarians, actually they want just this one right here. Okay, they actually want both, so we will take both. And your first one, look at all those eyes. And it says, I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So we're talking about the outside world here, and you're going to be seeing things, again, from that different perspective, because you're not going to be seeing it just from this singular point of view. You're seeing it from this much wider, open point of view. And you have this card too. You see that, and then I'll read it. And it says, my productivity stems from inspiration. When I focus on what brings me joy, my tasks become effortless actions. So we're going back into these actions of this Knight or Prince of Wands here. This inspiration, this drive, this new passion that's igniting within you, you're putting that into action here, into your physical world. So you are definitely taking steps during the month of March towards expressing yourself in this new way. And then we move into the Swords, which is the air element, and this represents your mind. So it's your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And this can be your mental adventure during the month of March. So for our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know about their mental adventure, please? Okay, you actually get 2 for this one. Yeah, and you got the Princess of Swords, which would be the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And like this was these new messages coming forward here in the physical world with the pages. This is mental messages. So you'll have these ideas and different things just pop into your head, where this will be messages coming from the outside world. This is like, you'll just have an idea just pop into your head, like an answer. You're like, I don't know how to do that. Well, let me just open my mind, and boom, it's like the answer gets dropped in. The other thing is that you see they're wielding the Ace of Swords here. And that Ace of Swords brings in this beautiful ability to connect to the higher truths of the heavenly world, of the eye in the sky, of all those that are outside of space and time, those beings of unconditional love and light. There's this beautiful awareness that comes from that. And it also empowers you to cut away those small t truths of the fear ego. Allows you to just cut away those thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you into your path and where you're headed to. So, you know, that definitely is good for you there. Yeah, because here's the Eight of Swords. You can see all the strings coming down and you feel like you're out of control. The Eight of Swords is this awareness, this wisdom that comes when you realize that it was your own thoughts and beliefs that blinded you, made you feel bound, and were keeping you feeling restricted amongst all those swords. And we're actually going to put the Princess of Swords over there because that is what helps you through that. Those Eight of Swords is like leaving behind those thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. So these are so perfect for one another here. Let's see what also your shadow has to say here. Yeah, so you got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, he's the master of the mind here. So he definitely wields this Ace of Swords and helps you cut away those thoughts and those beliefs. So definitely there's this wisdom that comes from your subconscious, this power that's been residing there for a very long time, where we believed on our conscious level that, I'm out of control. I can't make those choices. I have to try to live up to all those expectations, those shoulds, supposed to be's, need to be's, have to be's, and all that. But this King of Swords helps you release that because you really feel that power with that Ace of Swords to use. When you see something from a higher capital T truth, it just blows all the small t truths out of the water because capital T truths don't have to be defended. Small t truths are unstable and lies, basically, like saying you're small and you're like, oh, I'm small. And then the Ace of Swords comes in and it shows you that you're this powerful, supernatural, eternal being made of unconditional love. And it's like, just blows that theory away, right? And then we're going to pull a card here from these high vibe just to see what else the creator wants you to know about your mental adventure. But this definitely is this new beginning as you're cutting away those old thoughts and those old beliefs. Okay, what else for our Sagittarians, please? Okay, well, you get 2 for this one as well. And you've got laughter, which is great. And it says laughter instantly shifts a situation or environment into a higher vibration. Hang out with kids, watch a comedy, or just start laughing. If nothing else, start with a smile. And that helps you get out of your mind here. It's definitely one of those things that helps you transform these so serious thoughts and beliefs, because when we're in fear of failing all those long list of expectations, we are very serious, but laughter, that is our natural state. We are, we talk about beings of unconditional love. We're unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. Those are our natural state, not seriousness. Yep, and then you have low vibes. So the opposite here. And it says, things that lower your vibration, which this is totally talking about these Eight of Swords. Judgment, criticism, worry, self-judgment, being unkind. Pay attention to what you are saying. Focus on the good things happening around you. Nobody is perfect. Be gentle with yourself and try saying it in a positive, hopeful way. And when it says nobody is perfect, what they're talking about is the human character. Because the human character has this belief that it's not perfect. It has so much judgment and contrast with it. It's constantly comparing itself to the other billions of people in the world. And so it always finds itself falling short in an area compared to someone else. But when you see through the eyes of your higher self, that capital T truth of who you really are, then you do see the perfection of us, because when we are loved unconditionally, that means zero conditions. It just takes one condition to make it conditional. So the unconditional love of the Creator and of the whole realm on the spiritual side means zero expectations. And what percentage of those zero expectations do we meet? 100%. We perfectly meet that 100% of those zero expectations, right? So we are perfect in the sight of the Creator. And then we move into the Cup Suit, which is the water energy. Of course, this represents our emotions. And so this is going to be what emotional adventure the Creator wants you to know about for the month of March. So all you Sagittarians, what do you want them to know about their emotional adventure, please? Okay, they want that one right there. And you have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups here, they are, it talks about here about disappointment and those expectations here. All of this talking about the dark night and this little dark journey we go through. When we have expectations, it does equal disappointment, because when we're looking in the outside world, we are trying to define ourselves by our relationships. So whether it's romantic or family or friends or work or whatever, or we're trying to define ourselves by situations and circumstances like our jobs, our education, or whatever kind of situations we're in, or we're judging ourselves by our body, our possessions, or our bank accounts, right? Well, the thing is that all those things are unstable, because people change or pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, are stolen or burned down, right? So all of those things are unstable and are not eternal. So if we're looking to have those things define us, they disappoint us. And when we're disappointed enough, we turn inward. And so those three cups that are spilt over and that we're mourning over are those relationships and circumstances and things. But there's two other cups in this card, right? And they're standing up. And those two cups are like this Two of Pentacles. It's the one cup of the human and the one cup, which is the Ace of Cups of the higher realm, which pours down this beautiful unconditional love energy down into our human cup. And that's what makes us feel that wholeness and completeness. But we go through this experience of disappointment to more fully understand what feeling whole and complete really is, right? Let's see what else here. We got your shadow. Yeah. So if there was any doubt, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. So as I said, what brings the disappointment is the Eight of Swords, and that's the wisdom. Eights are like the education, the master, moving into the mastery of something, moving to the next level. And so with leaving behind those thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us, it's part of this process of understanding what they brought us. And they brought us that on purpose, for a purpose, because as I mentioned, our little human self comes down here on purpose to experience all of our opposites. So those things that we are not, the limitedness and the powerlessness and the anger and all those emotions that are attached to fear, we don't feel those on the other side. So experiencing them here, we understand the opposite more. So experiencing sadness, we understand joy more. And experiencing conditional love with fear of that we can lose it, we more fully understand unconditional love that we cannot lose, right? So I love that. And then the final card here, we're going to pull from this affirmation deck. And this can be a final card around your emotional adventure, but since it is the last card for this reading, so it's going to be a wild card. It's going to be whatever else the Creator wants you to know about your March month. So for our Sagittarians, what's your final message for them, please? What's your final message? Okay. This one right here. You got the abundance card here. And that says, congratulations. It seems you're due for, it has a little scratched out, an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. And that's a bonus card, which is so great here. And that kind of gets to that undertone here, right? Are you deserving of that? When we're living in our little humanness, we don't feel like we're deserving. We doubt our worthiness. But when you really connect to that higher spiritual person that you really are, that huge being, connect to this laughter and raise your vibration, move from the lower vibes and the lower vibration of conditional love, and purposely focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, and that raises your vibration to that of spirit. And then you understand more of your worthiness. You understand that you are a royal child. You are so deserving of all this abundance and all of this joy and laughter and peace in your life as well. So I love this adventure for March for you. I'm going to leave the reading there. In addition to these monthly readings, I also do weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, etc. I do new moon, full moon readings, and some other types of readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click that like button, then also click the subscribe button. That'll give you access to this little notification bell. When you click on that, you can select all to be notified of any of the new videos that come out on this channel. That way you don't miss out on any of those. Also, that helps spread the love, because when you like a video or share a video or subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm absolutely giddy, and it wants to share the videos with other people as well. So if you feel inclined to do any of that, of course, I am so grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, so if you want even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below, so if you have that need, you know where to look. Also, all of you Sagittarians, as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing March. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, and until then, you take care.